last video, I presented the Lotto Picker assignment. In this video, I'd like to show you my solution as a code review. So here's my interface. I have a form. I set the text of the form to Lotto Picker, and I then have 5 labels. This one's named LBL Ball 1, LBL Ball 2, LBL Ball 3, Ball 4, and LBL Ball 5. On each of these labels, I set an image to the Lotto Picker disk that I provided in Canvas. So I just brought that in and put that as the image, and then the text, I want my text to show up nice and big, so my font is, I used a Microsoft Sans Serif Bold 36 point. And what you might want to do, since the largest number is going to be something like 46 or 45, is just put that in for text temporarily, make sure everything's going to fit. So the size of what you're trying to fit in that label, you can tell if it's going to look good or not. I made mine blue. You can make yours black, however you're going to do this. And I had the text middle center for the text align. So all 5 of those labels are the same. Then I have a button named BTN Pick. And we're going to take a look at the code for BTN Pick. So here's my code. I've got some things happening here as far as some global variables. You can ignore those because I showed somebody how to do this another way using a method. So we have our initialized components form, but here is my button for BTN Pick. And we're going to have a random number generator. So we're going to use, I called mine R&D. So random R&D equals new random. That's called a constructor. That's what these parentheses do here at the end. It's a method. That's called a constructor method. We'll learn about that as we get into object-oriented programming. I created 5 variables of type integer, named them ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, and ball 5. I want to generate the first number. We're going to generate a number between 1 and 45. So ball 1 equals rand.next. My limit here is 45. That's going to generate a number between 0 and 44. And if I add 1, I'll get a number between 1 and 45. Then I'm going to generate the second number. I'm going to do that in a do while loop with the while coming at the end. So we're going to first create ball 2 equals the same thing, rand.next 45 plus 1. But I'm going to regenerate that while ball 2 equals ball 1. So let's say we generated a 17 up here, and I generated another 17. I don't want 2 numbers that are the same. So each number has to be unique. So while those 2 are equal, I'm going to generate this again in this little do while loop. Once it's found a number that's not the same as the first ball, we'll move on. We're going to do the same thing here. Another do while loop. We're going to generate a ball 3 using the same code. And my while is while ball 3 is equal to ball 1 or ball 3 is equal to ball 2. So I don't want it to be either one of the first 2 balls. If it is, we'll just keep regenerating ball 3. Once we get 3 unique numbers, we're on to the 4th one. Same thing. Here, though, it's ball 4 while ball 4 is equal to ball 1, or while ball 4 is equal to ball 2, or while ball 4 is equal to ball 3. If it's any one of those first 3 numbers, we're going to regenerate ball 4. And then find the same thing with 5. Here it's going to be while ball 5 is equal to ball 1, or ball 5 is equal to ball 2, or ball 5 is equal to ball 3, or ball 5 is equal to ball 4. If any of those are true, we'll generate ball 5 again. We end up at the end of that with our 5 unique numbers between 1 and 45. No duplicates. And the last thing to do then is simply display those in our 5 labels. Now these are all integers. I ended up using the text of the label equals ball1.toString, and I put an N0 there. But they're all integers. You wouldn't really need that. You can say toString. And the result is when we run this, I forgot to get rid of my 46. That's okay. I choose pick numbers. And there are 5 unique numbers, no duplicates. And I would test this multiple times, making sure I got the full range. So I'm looking for a 1 and a 45, and make sure there's no duplicates in any of the tests. There's my 1. No duplicates, no duplicates, no duplicates, no duplicates. Still waiting for a 45. Got about a 1 in 9 chance that it should come up. So it's probably going to take you at least 10 tries to make sure you get a 1 and a 45. There's my 45. Also, as I'm going through that, I'm making sure I don't get a 0 and I don't get a 46. Nothing outside that range. And I didn't see any of those, so I think we're good to go. I've probably tested now at least a dozen times. No duplicates, everything in range. And I think that program is a success. If you just jumped into this video, you can see all the videos from the C# Xamarin Programming Cohort playlist by clicking on the image in the lower right. And if you'd like to be alerted to future videos that I create, you can click my picture up in the top right and subscribe to the channel.